This thing has presentation mode. That's awesome. I'm a bit sick, so I apologize. So hey everybody, I'm MylockeTheWizard. If you wanted to see me rank all the Mega Man X bosses by difficulty, you're coming to the right place. I am going to do it this time damageless, just like I did for all the videos that have been coming out. I've already defeated all of them. I have the compilation videos, and I'm slowly putting out the daily videos or the weekly videos for each of them. And so I'm going to do 2 of these. One's going to be right now for XBuster only difficulty, and then I'll do one for weapon weakness difficulty. So without further ado, Joe Penguin, obviously easy. Super predictable, slow, easy to dodge stuff. Storm Eagle, he does have that dive attack. It's easy to dodge it, but it's hard to dodge it and shoot him at the same time. But in terms of just doing XBuster and having no damage, it's normal. There's a couple things you have to watch out for, but easier than harder than Joe Penguin, certainly. Flame Mammoth is normal. He has that lunge attack where he jumps at you, and if the conveyor is going towards you, then he'll jump at you instead of like jumping, and you could get hurt. So you have to know what you're doing, but it doesn't really require much effort. Kwanger, Kwanger's effortful. He does the boomerang thing, which is easy to dodge, but it's the teleporting around that kind of it makes it harder. And you can get around it, but you have to be dialed in. Mandrill is normal. He can be hard, but if you have the dash boots and you know his movements, he'll punch you. You just jump over it, and then you go on the other side of the stage and you see if he's gonna throw a punch or if he's gonna hit the ground with the sparks, and you just jump over that and dodge it. It's not too bad. Armed Armadillo requires some effort. He only takes 1 damage, regardless of what you shoot him with, for charge. And he has the roll attack, which is hard to dodge sometimes. You really have to be in the right area. And actually, let me put that on hard, because the roll attack is unpredictable. And this is like brutal and hard are like the boss has a lot of random unpredictability, and the roll attack is really bad. That one, I think it was the Zero hack where they tweaked the boss AI, and they made him super quick. That was so hard, man. It was hard to do it and live, much less do it damageless. So crazy. I would have put him at brutal before I did this challenge, but he actually has. Actually, no, I will put him at brutal. That was really hard. He has, yes, this was brutal. He has the torpedoes which shoot out, which are easy to dodge because you can just shoot it and it blows up. But he has the homing attack, which you have to shoot and eliminate those, and then he'll jump at you at the same time. And then he'll do the twisty thing, which is easy to dodge, but it's like, man, you have to manipulate the AI a lot in order to kill him without taking damage. It is very difficult. I think I did 16, 18 tries before I really got it. And then after that, it was like probably 3 or 4 more, just to like, now that I knew the behavior, it took that many more tries to actually like execute and do it successfully. Same thing with Chameleon. Chameleon has that part where he goes up onto the stage and shoots the spikes, and that is very hard to dodge. Actually, I might rank this hard, actually, because the spikes are really the only hard part about him. Otherwise, he just flicks his tail, does the Chameleon sting, super easy to dodge. He does a little cloak thing, comes over to you, but like you can cheese it by going close to him, having him reveal himself, and then like dashing away. And then he'll just like try to tongue you, and that's not hard to dodge. But the randomness is really, it does make it very hard. I remember, I think I did at least 10 or 12, cycles before I could actually get it. Like, it wasn't hard to learn. His AI is not hard. It's the randomness to the spike falling thing. Vile's pretty normal. He shoots, he jumps, he kicks off the little things that stun you. Not hard. If you're paying attention and you know what you're doing. Actually, I will put that in effort, because you do have to be like on the ball the whole time in order not to get hurt. The spider, that requires a little effort, because when he throws the little babies at you, you have to like shoot those, and especially if he's like late in his damage cycle and his AI speeds up, you have to shoot the babies or dodge them, and then also learn the pattern he's going to be descending at, and then dodge that too at the same time. And if he's going real quick, that's real hard. So I'd say that's quite effortful. You need for that. This is pretty easy. The eyeballs shoot stuff. They move towards you sometimes, but they move slow, and the bullets are slow. And then the nose follows a predictable pattern. It just goes up and around, and it's the same pattern every time. So not hard. It's hard to kill that thing. It's hard to kill the eyeballs while you're in the middle. So you definitely want to kill the eyeballs first. Otherwise, not that hard of a boss. This guy was brutal, just because he gets so fast, so quickly, and it's easy to dodge the giant shadow balls he shoots at you, but he moves around so unpredictability. It's so friggin' hard. It's ridiculous. It's just so fucking hard. Velgarder, Velgarder's hard. I think he's the only boss in this game, in X1 in particular, who reads your inputs, because he'll jump when you jump, or shoot, or do something, and his little fireball attack will hit you even if you're on the same wall that he's next to. So there's no way to cheese that. You literally have to like wait for him to. You have to be very skillful in order to do this. Ironically, Sigma is so easy. I don't know why, but in X1, maybe to make it easier, in X1 he does have an ability to shoot beams from his head, but he never does it. In the hack that I was talking about earlier with Zero, he does it, and it makes it much harder. But in base X1, he almost never does it. And I've never like triggered it really, and it's just, I don't know. So he attacks with a saber, he jumps on the walls. He also only takes 1 damage like Armadillo does, but in terms of like, it's just, you gotta follow the pattern, and it's just so easy. It just takes time, but it's easy. Wolf Sigma is hard. I wouldn't say brutal, because everything is very predictable. The only unpredictability is when the hands come over, and even then it's not so bad, because you can drop down and try to get back up, dodge the lightning from the hands. You got to be on the side of the hands in order to not be hit by the lightning. So it's like, it's doable. It's hard. It'll take a couple tries, but it's not like, it's not unfair, you know? Like the hands coming over is like, okay, that's bullshit. Come on, man. But it's like, it's not like, oh my god, I hate this. I'm gonna pull my teeth out. This guy, oh my god, was doing this Damageless like for years. He takes like what, 3.5 fully charged shots, and your base X. God, not much more to say. Just dodge where his hands are and how he moves, and you're fine. Half of his body doesn't have a hitbox for you to, or an attack box, I should say. Yeah, Wheelgator's normal. Not too bad. You just have to dodge the spikes, which is easy to do. The only hard part is dodging his jump up. You have to be really, going up into the corner. Maybe I'll integrate some clips here with this too. That'll be a lot of effort, though. I don't know if that's really worth it. But you have to hold the corner, the upper left or right corner, when he's gonna jump at you. You have to really do it well, or else he is gonna bite you. So it's better just to jump. So it's hard because you have to like know the timing. But then he like shoots the spikes at you, but like he just stands right. You can just stand right in front of him because the spikes go over your head, and you just wail on him. So it's not hard. Overdrive ostrich, same thing. You can easily dash underneath his legs if he's jumping, or jump over him if he's dashing. And the only hard part is knowing how far away from him to be when he's doing the jump up attack with the slicer. And you can cheese this pretty easily, like you saw me do in, I think it was the weakness attack. But even in the regular one, it's not too bad to get through the slicers. So it's like, and that's like the only thing. Like, it's not hard. You just have to like know what you're doing. Actually, I might even put that into effort, because it is like a little bit of effort to do that. It's not like, oh, you just do it casually. You do have to actually like know what you're doing. Flame Stag, he does have the fireballs, but you can just like, and I like to do that. I like to fight him on the ground a little bit more, but you can just go up, wait for him to come to you, and just blast him on the way down. It'll take more time, but it's not hard. Wire Sponge is super fun. Just normal. The only thing that's really like, if you just clean up the little finger spikes that he leaves on the ground as he shoots him, there's no threat. You stay far away from him. You're out of reach of his whips, and just know when he's close enough to the wall to go to the wall. Kind of like that mini boss in X1 in Chameleon stage. And you just shoot him slowly. The only downside is that he does the lightning thing, and that's a little hard because he is invulnerable during that, and you just gotta know where the lightning is gonna hit based on where he is. And because the lightning always hits certain distances, like between him, like bang, 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 and you just have to know where you are in between that. Otherwise, it's not hard. Bubble Crab does require some effort. The bubble is kind of bullshit. You can make him break his own bubble by going over him, and then he'll break it, and then you can just wail on him. But if he starts shooting you with the bubbles and then like runs after you, especially after he gets faster, when he gets weaker, it can be a little hard. And then sometimes he'll even rush you into a corner, and because bosses just have more armor rating than X, you just take damage from them being alive, even though they're not like actually hurting you, which has always been one of my gripes in general about games. There's like, oh, okay, so an enemy can touch you and you get hurt. That's an issue for another video. Snails also require some effort. He will hit you with the freeze goop, but it doesn't hurt you, thankfully, so you can get hit by it and still get a damageless XBuster run. But you have to break out of it quickly, and you have to cheese his dash thing a little bit so that he goes into where you are, and it's not where you want to be. So you can go to where you want to be after he does it, and you can shoot him from a distance. So it does require some effort. This requires some effort, this guy, the first phase 1 of Morph Moth, because you do have to like go around in that circle, and that is very hard. Thankfully, it's the same thing every time. The speed doesn't change, and you have to be skillful with your air dashing and your dashing. But otherwise, it's not terrible. You just have to be patient with it. And when he's on the ground spinning, you can just hug a corner, upper left or right corner, and you won't get hit by any of the debris flying up usually. And Morph Moth is actually, I'd even say easy. You can just shoot him. Dodge his little fairy pixie dust, which you can just do by hugging one of the walls. He doesn't go down far enough to hit you with his body, and the pixie dust doesn't, like the way he's shooting it, comes out of his butt. So if he's traveling to the left, his butt never hits the wall, and so there's never any pixie dust on the left or the right. So you just have to dodge his little beams. Those are super easy to dodge. So you just have to be skillful in when to hit him. Otherwise, he's very easy. I'd say normal for him. You do have to dodge. Actually, no. This does require some effort. I forgot about the little. He has his tail detaches and it spins around you in like a field, and then it hits you. It goes in to hit you, and you have to a 1 second window where they pause, and you can jump out of it. So you have to watch where it pauses, immediately come up with a plan on how to get out of it, and execute it before they go in and hit you. Otherwise, he's not too hard. He does the thing where he sucks you in, and you have to dash away. But if you keep your distance, and you dash out of it, you're fine. Violin Mark 1, or Phase 1. I'd say normal. The mace is the mace on the spring is very easy to get to know where it's going. There's no issue with that whatsoever. So you can just keep blasting him, and he always does it like the same way. Like either comes out and goes far and comes back in, or he goes boom, 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 and even then it's just like, oh, okay, it's just you climb up on the wall and it's easy to dodge. You just gotta watch him. So it's not easy, but it's not like it doesn't require too much effort. Surge's first form, effing brutal. You have to hit his mines with at least a level 1 charge shot. And he input reads too, just like Velgarder. And as soon as you shoot, he'll put up his shield, and then he'll do the twirly thing. So you have to do it like just right. I don't know how many times. I think this is one of the hardest ones I've ever, like hardest enemies. Him and him were so hard. Yeah, I'm gonna actually. I might even say easy for you. I don't know if it's a guy or a girl. I've always thought it was a girl. She dashes at you, but you just hug the wall right in the middle. Like, here's the wall. You just hug it right in the middle, and if she dashes, you go up and you jump over and you wait on the other side. Just keep your distance. And if she jumps up and does the shield thing, and you're already up here, it's going to be above, so you just drop. And if it's in the middle, you have to dash underneath of it. But once you learn that, I almost never have an issue with that. You can make mistakes, but I think it's just as easy as Sigma, I think, in my opinion. And then we have Violin. Yeah, this is much more difficult. Easier with the XBuster. I'm going to write it brutal for the weakness later on. But the XBuster is okay. It's just like you have to really be on the ball. You have to see where he's throwing the mace, and then do all the math in your head based on where the little platforms are appearing. And for the most part, you can usually hide behind one of the blocks, but it's hard. You really have to be paying attention. You have to focus. This one definitely took me quite a few tries. Surges too. What I usually do is I Giga Crush the first part, and I don't really consider that cheating because Giga Crush almost does no damage to him. And if you don't, then actually that would be hard. You have to destroy all the things first. I haven't really actually done that. I've always used Giga Crush even during the XBuster run. So maybe I was technically cheating. I would probably rate him hard if I had to do the other things too. It's pretty predictable which, each little hole is a different type of beam he shoots out. And once you shoot the hole, the beam's gone. But I'm just gonna rate some effort. The little beams he shoots out after the barrier is gone, it's either a plus or an X. It's not hard to dodge. You have to just remember. So it does require some effort, and it's harder to shoot him more than it is to dodge his projectiles, because he only is vulnerable from like here up. This one I'd say normal. You have to dash around a little bit, but I can't say it's any more difficult than any of these guys. He'll bang against the wall, but you just got to watch for where he puts the platforms and where they fall. And then he'll do like the shooty thing, but I never really have too much of an issue with that. Oh, you know, I will put it up higher because getting up there to shoot him is difficult. But I don't think it was only like 5 or 6 tries. XBuster only. Like once I just figured out what I needed to do, it's just like, you just gotta time it right. 0 requires some effort because you really have to like move in the air specifically in specific ways. He has the same attack pattern though, and it's so simple. It's just when he does the ground pound thing with the tiles that come up, that makes it hard. You have to dash over him, but it's really the same thing. It's just you really have to be dialed in. Sigma was real hard. His attack patterns are relatively okay. It's just you have to dodge his spark attack, and it goes and it like shoots at you wherever you are. So you really have to like know what he's about to do. If he's gonna dash at you, or if he's gonna spark you. And if he's gonna dash at you, you gotta jump. If he's gonna spark at you, you gotta stay there. Wait till he fires the first one, and then start climbing up and going around him, or dodging through the sparks, because it's hard. But you can cheese him a little bit. You can just get him while he's jumping, and you can get some cheap shots in. He isn't invulnerable for very long when he's doing some of the attacks, so that's good. In terms of Damageless, this guy is a pain in the ass. Not brutal, but it's hard, especially on XBuster. It's brutal on friggin' when you have to use the S chain. My God, yeah, it's ridiculous. But XBuster, you just have to know where you are. You have to be skillful with your dashes, especially when he goes into the phase where he's teleporting in and out and trying to encapsulate you. And it gets hard. It does get hard. So Mac, he's the only boss here that you actually can't fight technically as X. So you are at fully powered 0 when you fight him. He has this little weird shoot thing that's very much like a Ray Splasher for Tiger. It's not too hard to dodge. It's a pain in the butt, but he has like no HP, so it's not really hard. And 0, if you walk into the room fully charged, it's 1 blast, 2 blast, and then like as soon as he jumps at you, you just saber him, and he's already dead. So if he had more HP and he actually had a life bar, actually he's the only one in here that doesn't have a life bar. He probably shouldn't even be here. But I put him in here because I don't know. It does feel like a boss. Oh no, I don't have Mo in here. Okay, well, let's just pretend he's Mo. Mo's easy. Normal, I mean. He only takes like what, 5 blasts, 5 fully charged blasts, and his maces are super slow, spike balls, and that he has almost no hitboxes that you have to worry about, except for the spikes in his head. It's like, and you can just go run away and just shoot him from a distance. It's not hard. Blizzard Buffalo is easy. My God. I don't know what it is about ice bosses, and Crystal doesn't count. I always do him first. Obviously, there's the boots in his stage, and you get a sub-tank too. He comes at you, you jump over him, you shoot him, you run away. He's throwing little ice balls at you. Super easy to dodge, super easy to destroy after they land. You jump up on the wall, wait for him to come over, you shoot him, you jump over him, and you repeat. And if he dashes after you, you just dash, jump, land, dash, jump, and then get to the other wall and jump over him. So easy. Harder with the weakness, ironically. This guy's hard. You have to dodge his... Actually, you know what? I'm going to put him in an effort. It's actually not too bad. Once you get the hang of it. He jumps in a predictable manner. You almost don't need to jump almost at all. And you destroy his little balls he shoots at you because it's easier. Or you can hide in the wall because the balls don't, you're safe in the corners. And then when he melts into acid onto the floor and reappears, you're just up in the air. Not that hard. I'm almost going to put you at easy, actually. Let me think about this for a second. Yeah, I'm going to put you at easy. If you time it right, you can jump and then dash over his head. And that's not even... Actually, let me put it here. I'll put it here, and I'll tell you why, because it is way easier to kill him with his weakness. This way, you have to put in a little bit of effort. You have to jump over his head, or you can, touch the wall, wait till he shoots the missiles, his drills. He's gonna dash after that. You jump over him. You shoot him before he shoots more at you. You hug the wall again. Not hard. This guy's hard. So the first half is easy. You just dodge him as he shoots the bees at you. You need to. Well, it's not easy. It takes effort. You shoot the bees. After he shoots a bunch at the wall, you just gotta dodge him flying around erratically, but it's erratically in a pattern, so it's not too bad. It's the second phase where he's targeting you with the lock on. You really have to like jump around, either shoot the bees that are coming out of him while he's also going around erratically, or you have to just straight up dodge the bees. It's very hard. Full catfish, also very hard. Actually, I might even put this on brutal. Yeah, brutal on par with Launch Octopus. He isn't bad at the beginning. You can dodge his stuff super easy, but it's at the end when he's doing that supercharged power attack and he's just shooting sparks out. You have to watch exactly where they are. You can hug the wall for the most part, but some sparks hit you, and then you have to wait. You have to time it, because at the end of the whole sequence, he rushes the wall, and you can't stay on the wall because some of those sparks hit you. So it's brutal. When I was younger, Crush Crawfish used to be hard, but now it's easy. I don't know. It's not like easy, but it's like he'll shoot the rubber bands at you. They make you fall. Sometimes he'll rush you, but by the time you hit the ground, you can usually break out of the rubber band. He tails you, and he only shoots his claws at 90, 45, or 0 degrees. So it's like, it's not hard. Neon Tiger does require some effort. You have to know the pattern of the ray splasher, which isn't too hard to get. He fakes you out though, and the most damage I always do to myself is because I just forget the pattern. He can bum rush you, but you can cheese the AI to make him do certain things, and a lot of the time you want to sit in the middle, have him aim at you, and then as soon as he ray splashes you, you just move to one of the sides and you can jump up and shoot him, and he's still aiming in the middle. So it's not terrible. A lot of patience, and you have to pay attention, so quite effortful. Gravity Beetle is probably my favorite music for that game, but he's pretty easy. I'm trying to think Damageless, though. The balls really aren't that... let me put this on normal. That's not easy. The balls are erratic, but they bounce in a very reliable way. It's at like 45 degrees. And it depends on where he is and where he fires them, depending on, like where they actually go. There's a couple that they're a little erratic, but they're predictably erratic. So it's not terrible, but it does require like a couple tries. Actually, I'll put it into effort. So I'm trying to like look at this now, and I'm seeing like all the other guys I've put in here, and it's like, oh, okay. So like it actually took me like a few, like more than 5 tries. Like down here is like 1 or 2 tries. Easy. 1 or 2 tries. This is like up to 5 tries territory. This is like 5 to 10. This is less than 20. And this is like 20 plus. So, for tries in order to defeat them. Bit requires effort based on that same logic. His pattern is easy, but the projectiles he launches are homing, and you have to dodge them while he dashes at you all the time. So, and then he also shoots that little ring too at you that makes you stop, and I don't think there's a way out of that. I've button mashed and I just can't do it. Bite is so easy. He has the little magnet thing, and it makes it so that when you jump off of a wall, you can't go back to the wall unless you dash to it. Once you're at the wall, you're fine. And you can fire at him from there at the same time. And just don't get close to him and he won't punch you. But he has no projectiles otherwise. His main function of attack is physical. So you just jump over him and hug the other wall. His magnet isn't so powerful that you can't overcome it with a dash toward the wall. Easy. Vile does require some effort. He has very much the same pattern as original Vile, except for he has like this fire thing he goes up with, and then he shoots at you in like it shoots at you where you were the second that he fires, but the projectiles are so slow that you can just keep dashing around and going around. Way easier the second time you fight him when you're fighting him in this phase. A little bit harder when you're fighting him in one of the basements of either catfish or crawfish. That's because you have less space, but it's not too bad. You have to learn it, and you have to jump over it properly, and you have to dodge it properly. Not the worst. He only has physical attacks. He doesn't use his shooter at all. He just rushes the wall. If you're on the wall, he'll punch it and you'll fall off. But by that time, you should just be jumping over it. And he has that little cheese attack where you can just, if you time your jumps right, he'll just keep punching the wall and you can jump over his punch. And then he'll like pull the punch back and you can shoot him again. And then he'll punch you again. It's actually kind of like a fun fight to cheese once you get the pattern down. I would have put this guy at hard when I was younger, but now I think it's just effort. He has the slash attack. It doesn't hit you if you dash underneath of it. And if you're playing on the wall to the left, unless he jumps up with his little boosters, it doesn't hit you. The little thing can, the little saber side can, but it's slow enough where you can just jump after the beam. Like, he's over here and the beam comes over towards you and it hits the wall and then it splits. And you can just jump over the beam as it's coming, and then that way when it hits the wall, it splits. And then if he shoots that at you again, you just hug the left wall, dash underneath the beam, and then it'll hit the wall and it'll go up and down again. So it's not too bad. And then he'll do the hands thing. You hug the left wall, you jump on it, and you jump over the first one, and then the left hand will always just go straight over. It's the right hand that goes up and like tries to go towards you. So not bad. This guy's hard. It's hard to hit him, and he does reach for you with the little grabbies on the side there. And then after you defeat the trunk or the tongue here, he just fills the room with acid, and then you have to worry about that little dispenser thing coming from the top. It's a pain in the ass. You have to know exactly where he is, how to shoot him, when to dodge to the other things. It's not random, thankfully, but it's a pain in the ass. It's almost actually easier when he fills the room with acid, because those little teddy bear things aren't shooting at you when they're on the ground. But yeah, it's hard. And then sometimes even you get really bad luck, and the squares, the garbage squares, just like are dispensed right on the left, right where you are. And if you're not hugging the wall, it will hit you. So that's pretty hard. I'm gonna put this guy at easy. I don't think I had to do it more than 1 or 2 times for either. It was just so easy, and he shoots projectiles at you. They're slow. You can shoot them all. I think they have like 1 HP each. You just pop them, and then you dash around and jump up on the wall and shoot them some more. Not hard. Same thing with this guy. This is exactly like Blizzard Buffalo. It's almost the exact same thing. You wait on one wall. He comes over. You shoot him. He dashes at you. You jump over him. You shoot him. You dash over to the other wall, and then you rinse and repeat. It's so easy. Doppler, so freaking easy. You have to make sure you don't hit him. He button reads, so if you press the shoot button right after he does his dash attack, and he's on the ground again, he'll put his regen shield up. But you can literally shoot the other direction, wait till the regen shield is gone, and by that time, I think you have like a level 2. You just pop him with it. Oh no, he does shoot like little sparks at you, but it's 3, and it's always the exact same each time. So, not hard. Kaiser Sigma is actually really fun to learn. His fireballs are all the exact same pattern every time. So you hug the wall, And if you're up in the left corner or up in the right corner, you can probably wait until like he shoots just the third one before the fireball goes onto the wall and goes up to you. You have to jump down, and then he shoots one that you have to dash or jump over, but it's easier to dash because the next one is going to be a high shot, so it's better to dash underneath. And then you shoot him, and then he jumps up in the middle of the stage to go across, and then if you're on the wall or really close to the corner, he'll shoot at the wall, and the fireballs will go up the wall instead of, and then then you dash underneath him to the other side. He's shooting to the left, let's say, and you can just pop him that way. But if you're on the ground, he shoots at the ground, and they split apart into two for both the ground, and you can't let that happen, or else you'll get hit by it. So, and then Kaiser Sigma is brutal. He shoots two different projectiles that home towards you. Three, actually, if you want to be technical. One is like 3 or 4 missiles individually, which I'll home to you. They only have 1 HP, so it's not too bad. You can kill them all with a level 1 charge. But if you time it wrong, you have to like drop down to the ground, dodge them all. His second one is he shoots all those missiles at once, which is way easier to dodge because they're all aiming for you at one point rather than individually. And you can also, just probably level 2 charge just to wipe them all out, and that way you don't have to worry about it. You lose a chance to hit his head, but at least then you can, get away without getting hurt, which is, this is XBuster only, damageless, tier list, so that's important. And then he has those little balls that come after you, and he shoots those while he has the damage ray up, the radiation ray or whatever the heck that thing is. You can shoot them, but it ruins your charge, and you can't shoot them with. So you have to be just very patient. You have to pay attention when he's shooting the projectiles at you, especially the little missiles. It's so random sometimes, and it's just extremely difficult. I remember it's so hard for me to beat him without the golden armor when I was younger, and beating him this time without taking any damage was amazing. I'm sorry, I'm sick, by the way. I don't know if you can tell, but I figured I'd do this. So that's it. That's all the Mega Man X bosses with life bars, minus Mac, but Mac's taking over for Mo, or MOAH, or whatever the heck that thing is. So let me know if you disagree or agree. Like I said, this is XBuster only, damageless, the difficulty for that. Otherwise, if I'm taking damage, most of these guys are easy, normal, or effort. There's no hard bosses if you can take damage. So next time I'm going to do weapon weakness rankings, and these will get shuffled around a lot. So thanks for watching. Sayonara.